Hey there, Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent here with another radar update this morning. We've had the threat for severe weather overnight. That threat's really gone down at this point, but we're still seeing at least a couple of troublesome areas along this line where it's creating a good bit of wind, and we'll be watching for an isolated tornado through the morning, but that threat is pretty low at this point. You can see we've got the line that's now pushed south of I-85, steady rain across the mountains, but some of the heavier activity here that we're watching around Anderson in particular. I say Anderson, over towards Star, Iva, Belton, and Honeypath, getting some of that heavy rain, as well as some gusty winds, too, out of this. Now, it's already moved through Greenville, so if you are clear, if you've seen this move through your area, Spartanburg, Greenville, Easley, Clemson, you can rest easy. No more storms expected for you, at least not in the short term. May hear a rumble of thunder later tonight, though, again, as the system finally passes on through. But we've got this line that's going to be heading into Lawrence County. This particular segment is one that we're watching for the strongest wind. So if you're about to get out on the roadway, maybe going to pick up some breakfast or getting out to head to work, perhaps, just know that around Elberton, Beverly, Iva, Star, that's where we're going to have some wind gusts that aren't at severe levels, but we're talking about 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. So be very careful on the roadways as you're heading out. We're also watching the segment of the line that's pushing south of Spartanburg and over towards Simpsonville, Fountain Inn, and all of that's going to continue to push to the south in bringing in at least some gusty wind and some rain. But notice this part of the line has weakened a good bit, so we're not talking about as heavy of rainfall associated with it. So Union, you'd be seeing some of this here pretty soon. Cross Keys, Kilgore, Bonham, looking at that heavier rain pushing through. Now, by the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to be looking at still some lingering heavy downpours and an isolated storm possible. But by 9, looking like we're in the clear when it comes to any kind of severe weather. And it's a very, very low risk this morning. So nothing to be overly concerned about, but we'll let you know if anything does develop with that line. As we go through the rest of the day, notice just spotty showers through the afternoon. Not the prettiest of days. Unfortunately, it's not going to be one of those situations where this clears out and then the sun comes out and it's going to be a perfect day. It'll actually be breezy. There'll be showers left over, and we'll be waiting on the final piece of this system to roll through. Showers will push in overnight. Might even get a few heavy downpours, and then we'll have some snow on the back edge of the system by late Sunday night into Monday morning. And it's going to be a heavy snow for parts of the mountains. So we'll bring at least a coating of white in the areas that really need it. Those ski resorts that have been desperate for some help from Mother Nature, we're going to get some of that. And colder temperatures, too, which will also help those ski resorts for sure. Now, taking a look at our severe weather threat for the rest of today, notice it is south of 85. It's basically following that line. So as that line pushes south, it'll take the severe weather threat with it. And it's a low-end threat, but it's just not zero. That's why we're here this morning, keeping an eye on it for you. We've got wind gusts right now at about 29 miles an hour in Greenwood, 20 in Greenville, 24 in Newberry. But overall, winds are about 10 to 15 out there, so it's breezy for sure. And then I mentioned the snow coming for the mountains. It's going to be late tonight into the noon hour tomorrow, so you can see a winter storm warning. This is for elevations above 3,500 feet. So that's where we're going to have the heaviest totals. A winter weather advisory in the purple. That's where we're going to see a little less snow, but still enough that we could see some travel troubles, some slick spots on roads. Now, it's been so warm lately that I don't expect widespread issues on roadways, but some bridges and overpasses could become slick, especially where we get some of the heavier snow up toward the Tennessee line. So final look at radar. Again, 85 corridor, if you're anywhere from Clemson to Anderson over toward Greenville, Spartanburg, Gaffney, you're in the clear right now. This line of storms continues to head off toward the south and east, though. It'll be bearing down on you in Lawrence, Union, Greenwood, Abbeville, and Elberton here shortly, and should be pretty much out of our area in the next 2 hours. But still some rain will be had afterwards, so we'll be keeping an eye on that for you. Be sure to keep up with us on Facebook as well as through our Fox Carolina app and online. And we'll continue to bring you updates through the morning. And then, of course, meteorologist Bob Try, he will be monitoring that snow as we go into later on this afternoon and evening for western North Carolina.